Do you think there are social benefits of having a hobby?
Yes, I think that it keeps
He's using vocabulary that's not a basic level, not an everyday level. He was talking about salaries rather than pay.
Right, now we've been talking about interests and hobbies. I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. So let's consider first of all current and future hobbies. What do you think are the most popular types of hobby in your country?
sports, and for example, football. Football, I think, is the most popular one.
Why do you think that is?
I think, okay, first, football is popular in most places in the world, and I think it's an easy game to play when since you're a kid, and also the media helps, television and the radio.
In what ways?
They always show football on television, and they always any match they always show it on television. Yeah. So that helps, and the news as well as football.
Do you think the popularity of football is likely to continue into the future?
Yes, it will, because kids like football, and most of the kids in my country like football, and they play it, and it's likely that they will play it when they're older. We will watch it.
So you don't think it might be replaced by something like basketball or rugby?
I think other sports will come more popular, but football still is going to be very popular. Don't know if it's going to replace like being the most popular sport, but other sports are becoming more popular, but football is still the most popular
So
one.
there's something special about football.
I think it's a good match is very nice to watch, and it's not that difficult to play for boys, and now girls are playing it as well, so that's another thing.
Well, let's move on to the social benefits of hobbies. Do you think there are social benefits of having a hobby?
Yes, I think that it keeps people busy in doing something healthy or productive.
And why would that be a benefit?
I know, for the society, and instead of doing maybe something that will hurt the society or something like that, especially for boys, that they can just use their free time doing something productive.
On the other hand, do you think there are any dangers of spending too much time on a hobby?
If you don't go to school and play football all the time, for example, or don't go to work somewhere and just sit in front of the television watching a match, maybe, yeah, everything in excess is not good.
Right, let's move on to leisure time. A lot of people today talk about the balance between leisure and work. What is the balance between leisure and work like in your country?
I think people work too much. Okay, more than the leisure. Why
do you think that? Why do you think people work too much?
I think because I think salaries are not that high, and people need to work a lot to provide themselves, I think. And also, I think, on the other hand, professional people just want to go higher in the job ladder.
So do you think this will change in the future, or will it always be like this?
I think it's changing now. People realize that you can be productive without staying all day doing things all the time.
Right, thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, when I listen to this candidate speaking, There are a couple things that come to mind for me. First of all, he speaks very slowly. It's not a very natural speed. To me, as a teacher, I'm thinking he's thinking about every word he's saying as he's saying it. He's thinking to make sure that he gets it right. Okay? And he does get it right. He makes very few mistakes throughout the conversation. But the slowness of the speech is very distracting. He uses stress in very native, very natural-like ways.
A good match is very nice to watch, and it's not that difficult to play for boys, and now girls are playing it as well, so that's another.
So he's using stress to get his point across, and this is really good. We don't always speak in a very monotone, simple, steady pace, and English is very musical. The voice changes, we increase, we decrease as we're speaking, depending on the situation. And this candidate was very able to show his ideas, his opinions, by using just his voice. He's using vocabulary that's not a basic level, not an everyday level, so he is using a little bit more advanced vocabulary. He was talking about salaries rather than pay, or rather than money. So salaries is a little bit higher vocabulary, higher level vocabulary. He said that people are providing for themselves instead of making money. He said that professional people want to go higher and higher on the job ladder. Not exactly correct. I think I would say people want to move up in their career path, or they want to move up on the job ladder rather than higher and higher. But he was able to get his point across. The structures that he uses are okay, the grammatical structures, but he doesn't use a lot of complex structures. He does give us one at one point. He says, quote, salaries are not that high.
Salaries are not that high, and people need to work a lot to provide themselves, I think. And also, I think, on the other hand, professional people just want to go higher in the job ladder.
If he were using simple sentences, he would say, salaries are not that high. Working people want to make money. Professional people want to move up. But he puts those sentences together. He puts those together as different clauses, and he makes a very long sentence. It's a long sentence, but it's still understandable. The examiner has said the same thing that I've just said. He's a little bit slow when he's presenting. The speech pattern is very slow. He talks and continues to talk. He doesn't stop at any point. He seems very natural. Again, the examiner has said that he uses a range of structures, as I've said, rather than just simple sentences. The examiner said he made a few minor errors. One that I noted was moving higher and higher up the job ladder instead of just moving up the job ladder.